This will be a quick guide on some tips for modding, including how to mod the rink textures. If you follow the previous guides, you should have a PULH folder on your desktop that contains several subfolders. In the previous guide, we created a Wraiths team, and there's the stock art called My Team, and then there's the stock art called My Rink. Now, the Discord banner, the PULH banner, the scoreboard, these are all files that can be modified to customize the banners on the rink and around the arena quite easily with your own team logos or fake ads or whatever you want. The rink.jpg is basically not used anymore. It's used for some very small things, but you don't have to worry about it too much. The one that you really want to look at for modding is Rink High. Rink High has the ice texture. If we open this up in something like paint.net or Photoshop, you might notice that the actual face-off circles are not circles. They're slightly elongated. So if you want your face-off circles to show up as circles in-game, you need to make sure you follow the same stretched oval pattern in your circles, or they'll be a little squished. Likewise, for the small red face-off dots, those are also not quite circles. They are slightly oval. So you can see it's not exactly a circle either. So it's just something to note, is that if you want something to show up perfectly circular in your rink textures, you need to be a little bit careful about how you stretch. You need to match the stretching of the stock art. Now, this top area is not used, so you can effectively ignore it. And if you want to modify your rink with logos, whatever you want, all you really need to do is copy them from your favorite, open source clip art or whatever it is, make your own. And you can just pretty much overwrite it. I recommend making a new layer in Photoshop or whatever art tool you're using. And you can go ahead and make your little rink mods and color changes or whatever you want. So the rink, the ice texture for the rink is quite easy. The only gotcha is potentially the ovals on the face-off circles. Are not perfectly circular. Modding things like the Discord banner, you can replace these with whatever you want, and it'll show up in game exactly as it shows up in this texture. So those are really easy. One thing I wanted to note about modifying the jersey textures from the previous tutorial, you might notice that there seems to be a small copy of the jerseys that are a little bit different down here. These are only used for the goalie's gloves. So the only part of this area that you need to worry about for modding, if you want to mod the goalie gloves, is basically down here, up here, and over here. So these three areas will mod the goalie gloves, but you can ignore all the rest of it. All this is not used. And then that's the same deal with the green player down here. Is the only parts that you need to worry about for modding on this area is these three sections for the goalie glove. This area is the goalie mask. Obviously this is the player's face. This is the player's helmet. And then these are the various elements of the player's jersey and gloves.